A wind-gnawed homestead sits alone on red earth. After dusk, locals say the place feels watched. Empty windows holding their breath while the country goes quiet. The station fell to weather and time. Boards creak, iron lifts and sighs. A windmill ticks like a tired clock, and a rusted tank keeps the last of a dry memory. Fences trail into gibber plains where heat shimmers by day and cold bites by night. A gate hangs crooked, as if it left in a hurry and forgot to close. Inside, dust motes drift like ash in weak light. Floorboards complain. A ledger's imprint still stains the desk. Names, weights, rain that never came. Stories cling to these rooms. A door that swung after midnight. Boot prints starting and stopping. A lamplight that wouldn't die until the dogs howled. Folklore says a faint glow lingers in the windows on still nights. No kerosene, no moon, just a pale shape that shifts when you blink. Old-timers tell of a rider who never returned, horse found at the creek, saddle torn, the gate still open to the night. Another tale swears a station ledger surfaced at a sale, receipts, rations, and a final entry crossed through, then vanished before sundown. People pass quicker here after dark. They speak softer too, as if the rooms might still be listening. So what really happened? Drought that cracked the tanks, debt that emptied the yards, or a violence nobody wrote down? Paper trails fade in places like this. Scattered registers, weather notes, a claim here, a foreclosure there, threads that snap in the wind. Witnesses remember what they can, odd lights, a distant shout, hoofbeats that stop too soon. Memory is a hard map to trust, yet the country keeps its counsel. The more you measure the wind and count the boards, the more the silence holds back. We'll start slow, no chasing shadows. Walk the fence, read the beams and nails, let the ground say where weight once stood. Then we'll open the books, parish maps, station files, notices and sales, following dates the way you follow tracks after rain. We'll test the ordinary first, weather, distance, moon, and mirage, how light plays games with empty rooms and long horizons. The homestead waits. By the end, we'll weigh the stories against the records and decide what belongs to legend and what was left behind in fact. On the edge of Channel Country, a small homestead rose and fell with the seasons. Lease records marked the start, then drought, then another family's name, years written in ink, lives carried by weather. Old clippings tell the rest. Stock losses after a dry spell, a boundary line in dispute, a stockman noted missing after a night ride. In ledgers and margins, the station's pulse is there, faint but steady. The place is simple on paper, a dusty coach track, a windmill, a gate, yards fading into gibber plain. Long miles between houses meant news and help arrived slow. In a cracked ledger, weeks go missing, torn or water-warped pages where tallies should run. On a beam in the shed, someone carved initials and a year, then left them to the dust. Map the site and its lifelines. Nearest township, the coach road, low water holes that shrink to salt. Draw bearings from the front step to each landmark so later stories have a scale. Decades on, travelers still pass the turnoff at night. Notes in diaries mention a glint at the window line, then nothing, just the road sliding on and the country going quiet. The paperwork stays matter-of-fact. Dates, bearings, weather, repairs to a fence near the creek bed. Small entries that frame a bigger, lonelier picture. Droughts broke into flood and back again. Station notices track the cycle. Tanks dry, tanks repaired, tanks full. Each season pressing hard on those who stayed or chose to leave. Artifacts linger. A hinge buried in sand, a bottle base near the yard. In camp journals, a line recurs. Someone thought they saw a lamp in the window, long after the place was shut. Walkthroughs find no footprints to match the notes, just wind across the flats, and boards that glow pale under moonlight before fading to black. Not every account agrees, and not every memory is clear. What repeats is the rhythm: empty road, a pause at the gate, and the feeling of being watched by an old house. Stack the map pins: nearest township, the coach route, the creek bends. Patterns appear when the paper is layered, where riders camped, where messages crossed. Around roadhouses, the talk stays practical. Which track is passable? Which creek is up? Who last checked the boundary gate? Observations first, theories come later. Documentaries return now and then, but locals keep it grounded. Note the sky, note the wind, mind the dust, and remember whose country you're on. To move from story to cause, you survey the site. Bearings from door and window, line of sight to roads and water, weather logs matched to dates on paper. The paper trail is set. Next, we take the quiet road past the gate and let the land and sky answer what they can. At the old homestead, heat shimmers over the flats. Far off, a pair of headlights can lift and smear on the horizon, looking like a single wandering glow. After hot days, a temperature inversion bends light, superior mirage and ducting, so distant beams appear low, hover, split, and rejoin across level ground. Add reflections, a windscreen, a farmhouse window. Even a picture frame can throw specular flashes, angles turning small sources into a roaming light. Animals help the illusion. An owl's eyeshine, a roo on a fence line, or stock catching a torch beam can blink, glide, and seem to follow. People factor in too. Campers, poachers, or a neighbor's ute on a backtrack. Old lanterns and modern solar sensors can wake, glow, and fade without a sound. Structures speak. Corrugated iron howls, a loose wire hums, a door swings on a gust. Sounds prime the mind to hunt for a matching light. Then cognition, expectation, isolation, and night-driving fatigue boost misreads. Small cues feel larger. Steady points seem to drift or pursue. Near the house, window glass and fence reflectors can mimic a moving orb as you change angle. Shift your stance, and the light slides too. Cameras miss them when angles or exposure don't match the eye. Cross-check bearings with roads, stars, and known lights before calling it unknown. In simple terms, distance, layered air, and shiny surfaces team up, turning ordinary sources into hovering, splitting, or retreating lights. Investigators at Homesteads log wind, temperature, and traffic. They test by moving, covering glass, and syncing watchers and cameras to separate optics from objects. Most cases settle on refraction, reflections, animals, and ordinary night traffic, plus human perception shaping the scene. Headlines love mystery. Evidence prefers measurements. Start with the air, the angles, and the map before the myths. Even so, the horizon can deceive. Rare mixes of weather and light still catch seasoned eyes off guard. The balanced view. Most sightings fit air, surface, and human factors. A few remain scant, brief, bright, and gone before instruments arrive. On these roads, we travel across many countries, and we acknowledge traditional owners. Ancient lands where sky stories run deeper than asphalt. We pay respect to elders past and present, follow permits and community guidance, and tread lightly. If you chase lights, do it safely. Rested, fueled, watered, first aid packed, radio on, and speed down. If investigating, use safe pull-offs, slow well ahead, hazards on. Curiosity waits, corners do not. Plan your route, tell someone your timings and check-ins. Use marked pull-offs, never brake hard on gravel shoulders or blind crests. Watch for cattle, roos, loose sand, and drifting dust. Dip high beams early for oncoming traffic, keep mirrors clean. Carry water, first aid, a charged SATCOM, and spare lights and maps. Most sightings fit heat, horizon, and mirage, the physics of night. Observe from safe ground. Don't enter unsafe or closed structures. Hold wonder, test claims. Let evidence lead the story. Acknowledge country. Leave no trace. Take only photos. Leave gates as found. And respect private land. Do not share sacred sites or exact locations. Some stories are not ours to publish. Listen to locals, follow community guidance, and permit rules before you roam. Maybe the pull is not answers, but the wide, bright dark, and the stories of people, land, and time. Drive well, look twice, and if a light finds you, let it pass, without leaving the road.